opens the show with us. Hello, everyone. It's Greg Anderson and my guys, Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, Chris Young, and, of course, Roman Anthony. Did I tell that story correctly off the top?
Yes. Yeah, last time around, I was at the finals game. I was heading into my first spring training, first full year, and me and the boys wanted to just come watch some ball, and we came here for the championship game, got to experience it, and even joked about it, hoping to be in this stage, next time around, maybe the time after, whatever it may be. Just getting to represent this country and to see the atmosphere this early in the year, it's unbelievable.
Roman, have you pinched yourself? Let me pinch you. I mean, unbelievable. Let me do the pinching. How fast this is happening for you is incredible and well-deserved. I mean, the talent is legit. The way you carry yourself, amazing. But has it been kind of like, whoa, man, this has happened pretty fast for me?
Yeah, it's been unbelievable. I think the biggest thing is I didn't expect this coming into spring training. Heading into my first full season, I was expecting to just kind of go to camp and be with the guys and get ready for the year. And obviously an unfortunate injury, but getting the call it's an absolute no-brainer and something that I've dreamed of and watched growing up as a kid.
I mean, you're throwing it around. You're buying Chris Young suits. I mean, dang, it's all happening.
Did you know it was gone when you hit it?
I knew I took a good swing. I had a feeling it was gone. One of those moments, though, where you just kind of in your head, go, 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 and then it finally goes, and you kind of take a deep breath. But, I don't think when I hit it, I knew it was a little bit away and knew I took a good swing. But when I saw it land out there, it was pretty awesome.
How much information are you capturing from one at-bat to another? The first at-bat, you get the punch out, and then it seems like the second time around with Severino, yourself, and Gunnar, it seemed like y'all had something on them. What's the adjustment from at-bat to bats for you right now?
Yeah, I think that's just what I've learned here and what I've learned over the course of, being in the big leagues is how good the best players adjust and how they adjust pitch to pitch. And I think that's the biggest thing, for me and being around these guys, coming into Arizona and then to Houston and watching the way that these guys adjust and the way that they work and, talking with Bragg and Judge and Harp and all these guys in the dugout. It's unbelievable. So it makes my life easier. But, when I go out there, I'm trying to compete my tail off in the box and just take a good swing, and we have such an amazing lineup that I'm just trying to pass it to the next guy.
What is that experience, though? You're talking about Bregman, Judge, Harper, and you're walking into that clubhouse trying to become one of the guys right away. What is the onboarding process for a young player when you're walking in that clubhouse?
Yeah, for me, it's to just walk in there and understand that, there's a goal here and there's a standard here that, we're here to win. And as much as I want to go out there and learn and be around these guys, when that game starts, I'm doing everything I can to help these guys win and to help, represent this country. So there's a good mix of showing up and, learning from these guys, but at the same time, just continuing to compete and take what I've learned from them and bring it out on the field.
Roman, Greg and I were watching the ninth inning and the eighth inning. We had no idea when this started the kind of stuff that Garrett Whitlock has.
Yeah.
It looks four-seam fastball till it isn't.
Yeah. He's an unbelievable human being, first of all. He works his tail off and an even better pitcher somehow. And watching him last year and honestly, I didn't realize how nasty he was last year until I got there either. And then when he takes the bump today, it just feels automatic to me. And he's an unbelievable human, like I said. Works so hard and got to face him this spring and didn't really have much fun doing that. And I understand now why he's as nasty as he is. But yeah, he's unbelievable.
I noticed the homer celebration for you. I like the USA thing you did.
Yeah. Like I said, just getting to represent this country and these three letters on my chest, it's an unbelievable experience.
Well done. Roman Anthony, awesome. Youngest player to ever homer in a World Baseball Classic game.
That's
not a bad nugget.
Let's go.
We'll leave you with that, bud. Go enjoy it with the boys, all right?
Thanks a lot.
Roman Anthony with us. Let's jump into the highlight of a terrific baseball game.
Some of us?
Just one
of us.
It was a 2-1 ball game.
A guy named Greg.
A pitching duel. But one guy was able to square it up, and it was Plesac's homer hunch, Gunnar Henderson, who had this conversation with J.P. Morosi.
Matt, thank you very much. Gunnar, I did not think this was going to be a 2-1 game. What does it say about your team that you could win a game like that?
Yeah, it's, that was a heck of a game. First of all, credit to them. They're an awesome team. But, yeah, just the way we were preparing, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a good game. But had faith in the boys, and yeah, we came out on top.
Your amazing at-bat against Severino. What was the key in getting to that cutter on the 9th pitch?
Yeah, a lot of them were just spinning, so it's almost like a four-seam fastball, and then he left one a little bit lower, and I was able to get the barrel to it.
Right before your homer, Aaron Judge made that amazing throw. How did that change the momentum for your team?
Yeah, I mean, that was just a rocket of a throw there. Yeah, I mean, he's unbelievable for a reason, and he can do it on both sides of the plate, or the field. But yeah, he got the boys fired up right there, and then me and Rome were able to get the 2 homers, so that was pretty cool.
And finally, Gunnar, what were your emotions like watching Mason Miller work in the 9th inning?
It's more fun playing with him on this side, like when you're on defense. But yeah, I mean, that's just nails from him. He's unreal and one of the best in the game for the reason.
Gunnar, congratulations. We'll see you on Tuesday.
Sounds good. See ya.
Matt, back to you.
A good starting pitcher really is only as good as his bullpen. Team USA, Tyler Rogers makes his first appearance in the WBC, gets brought into a tough spot to get Juan Soto, gets him to induce into an inning double play. Griffin Jacks, scoreless inning. David Bednar, Houdini again, pitching out of trouble. Whitlock was filthy. Mason Miller was Mason Miller.
He has struck out 23 of his last 29 batters. That's unbelievable.
When you look, Harold and I were right here in the side, right on the side during the game, and seeing everybody else throw, it comes out of their hand looking normal. There's something about when Mason Miller steps on the mound, it looks different. It explodes out of his hand, completely different. You can tell every hitter in the box literally has to guess. Is it going to be a fastball? Is it going to be a slider? I have to completely sell out. If I'm wrong, it's a strikeout either way, but I have to go up there guessing because you just don't have time to recognize his pitches.
Yeah, he sent us back to retirement. Because after we watched the fastball, he threw that one at bat. He had first three pitches were 101-mile-an-hour heaters, and it was amazing how hard he was throwing.
13 pitches over 100 miles an hour tonight.
I will say this: that at bat that Perdomo had to end the game was as good of an at bat as you're going to have when a guy's throwing 100-mile plus with a nasty slider. He made Mason Miller work all the way to the end. Called out on strikes on a borderline pitch, but it was a strike.
Raise your hand if you kind of hoped Perdomo would walk so we could see Fernando Tatis Jr. at the plate against his Padre teammate, Mason Miller, to end the game.
Yeah, we kind of got ahead of ourselves. We thought he was coming up already.
Oh, my goodness. That would have been epic. But instead, the United States gets the win. Now, we like to dissect games like this, CY, and go into the manager's decision-making process. Yeah. Albert Pujols, knowing the success that Gunnar had against Luis Severino, as great as Luis Severino was pitching, he left him in to face Gunnar a second time, and it burned him. Do you think he regrets that decision?
You know what? In the moment, one thing I always looked at as a hitter, when you see this energy right here after the third inning and you see Severino completely empty the tank looking directly at US's dugout, in my mind, mentally, he may be a little bit done. And to have to calm back down and go back out there, and especially against a guy who's had a lot of success against you, it's a little questionable at times. I understand you're only in the fourth inning. He's a starting pitcher. You expect him to go out there, but it ended up costing him right here. And right after this, you start seeing the ball get hit harder. You start to see them barrel him up. I think Severino emptied the tank all the way on the very first hitter of the game. He was hyped up.
So for me, it's a no-brainer. I leave him in. And here's why. This is tournament baseball. He's got 65 pitches. I only got one guy that can give me 80. You know, and so I don't know what the Dominican bullpen had to come out at that time. And I look at it this way, that was the guy. Yeah, he gave up a home run, but it was a 1-0 lead. If I'm behind or tied, okay, maybe I make a difference. But I'm playing with house monies. I'm up 1-0. If he hits a home run, okay, 1-1. I don't think Albert thought we're going to score one run all night. So I think that's how the game was played. For me, it was a no-brainer.
No, that makes complete sense to me. I completely understand what you're saying, but in the moment, you're treating this game
like I completely understand what you're saying.
World
that's
Series.
The beauty of the game.
And it's not really a wrong decision. He gets the out. Nobody's talking about it. It's one of those things where you overly dissect it in a big game like this. Yeah. Severino looked like he emptied the tank. I don't know if the approach for him was to get 80 pitches. Going out there and getting a few innings felt like a huge win if your name's not Christopher Sanchez.
And see why? I'm telling you, I 100%, I can see it both ways. I can see what you're saying.
Impossible
And you see what I'm saying. We'll leave it to Dan. What do you think?
I just thought the Severino that we saw tonight was a guy that we haven't seen for a couple of years. This looked like the guy that the Yankees thought had a chance to be a number 1 or number 2 in their rotation. I hadn't seen him in a while. Boatloads of 97s and 98s. And I think Albert Pujols liked what he saw coming out of his arm. And as a manager, you've got to make a decision. Do I bring somebody in that has better stuff than he has, or do I stay with him? And I think Albert trusted his gut and trusted what he saw the first 2 innings and said, Severino has it tonight. I'm going to see how far I can go with him.
It was his highest average fastball velocity in years. Like, this is the best we've seen from him in years.
Well, right when the game started, you're looking up and you're seeing 99 miles an hour.
I was like, I'm with you.
How hard does Severino throw?
He looked great. This played out completely differently. Almost as if the pitchers on both sides, all they kept hearing about were these tremendous lineups, these great offensive stars, and they came out and they proved themselves in this game.
They threw the ball excellent tonight. Both sides, like you talked about. But it was also the defense, Greg. We talked so much. As we saw, 3 home runs tonight were the only runs scored. Yeah. The defense stood out in my mind. The way everybody defended, they cut down runners, they kept the games close, kept double plays in order. You had everything from the defensive side that made it work. You want to look at some of the plays? How about this? Start off the game early with this play right here. Right, Harang gets up, makes a nice play. Smothers the ball, circles it, you know you're at second base, you got time to get up and make a throw. If that goes through, they start a rally. Then how about this? This might have been the biggest play early in the game. Judge throwing this ball. Greg, I was sitting on the right field side, and this throw was incredible. Incredible. What's up, Big Paul? How you doing? So I'm talking about the defense, and Paul Skenes joins us. Paul, you can look in. How about the defense? Then Judge made this play. I said the difference tonight, the pitchers were amazing, but nobody talks about the defense, and the defense stood out tonight. You got a thought on that?
Yeah, I mean, we made all the plays we needed to. Obviously, Judge made that diving play, and then threw him out at third. Terang in the first, I think it was. Like, it was, you know, this is the best players in America, best players in the world, and, you know, they do everything right. Like a defense.
Making all the plays, and then this was it, the last defensive thing that we'll dive into. That pick right there.
Huge.
Time run at third base. People overlook that.
All right, second base.
That's a huge play. At second, they would have moved into third with the run with 1 out. That changed everything. But hey, the story, Greg, is what?
Paul
you big
Skenes
old tall jokers taller than me.
Leading the team to the championship game, knowing you did your part, man. Last time you're going to pitch for this team in this tournament, obviously with 1 game to go. Walk us through the way you felt and how you executed against this incredible lineup.
Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, going in, that's all you can think about is just executing. You know, I came out of the game and Scuba was like, that's the best lineup you're ever going to pitch against. And I'm like, honestly, yeah. I mean, it's one of the two. It's, you know, them pitching against us or us pitching against them. And just going out there and executing, that's all you can do. That's all all you can focus on.
You know, the big thing to me is that they weren't striking out, but you were continually getting them out. So you used all your pitches. I mean, you really went deep into the well. You looked comfortable, though, the whole game. Were you feeling pretty good?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, used all my stuff. A little bit sloppy at times. You know, if execution were a little better, you know, wouldn't have given up that really long home run. Probably would have punched.
That's how you used to hit them.
No. Honestly, I'm a little glad it was a nuke so that he could stand there and watch it, and it was a little bit cool to see the.
That wasn't a bad pitch, was it? That was up and out.
That was one of the best pieces of hitting I've ever seen.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He pulled a baseball up and out of the zone and launched it. Have you ever given up a home run, anything like that?
Not that I can remember. But yeah, no. In terms of me on the mound pitching, that's probably the best piece of hitting.
And how about the celebration? You were saying you got a chance to see.
Yeah, they didn't get cheated on the celebration. So At least they had that, yeah.
Did you feel that you needed to press now that you guys were down a run? Because there was so much talk about how long you could go in the game. And with the pitch count being reported that D-Row wanted to keep you around 70, max 80, were you looking up at the pitch count? Were you aware of how efficient you were pitching?
Not a ton. It doesn't change much at the end of the day. You got to go out. I mean, regardless of the pitch count, you want to get outs as quickly as possible. So that's during the season. That's all the time. So it's just executing as consistently as possible.
You talked about this is probably the best lineup you ever faced, and I agree, man. I mean, this was an incredible lineup. Last night, you're sitting at the hotel. You know you got the ball. You know who you're facing. What was going through your mind?
Yeah, I mean, I'd seen pretty much all of them before, so it's not like there were any secrets. They've seen all my stuff. I've seen, how they approach me, so it's just about going out there and executing. It's funny because, I've known for 48 hours now that I was going to pitch against the Dominican Republic, and you can either let that, the nerves and the anticipation kind of take over, or just like,
It looked to me like you said, man, this is going to be fun. What a challenge.
It was definitely fun, yeah.
You got some of the best stuff in the world. I actually took a video of you standing up, watching Mason Miller warm up. Being Paul Skenes, how impressed were you of Mason Miller in the ninth?
I don't know how anybody hits him. First off, I don't know how anybody touches him at all. It's the most impressive stuff I've seen.
Perdomo's at bat was incredible. To fight that long, spoil that many great pitches. What was the vibe like immediately after the final out for your team?
Yeah, I mean, just moving. I mean, thank God we won this game, and then moving on to the next one. It's not done. This is obviously a big game, and it's good to win this one, but there's another one that we have to play, so guys understand that.
So now you're done. Now you cheerlead the rest of the way out. I know you want that ball in the final game, but we're not having you do that with the full season.
You're gonna sleep like a baby, aren't you, tonight?
We'll see. Yeah, the adrenaline's pretty high, so it's gonna be tough to get to sleep. But yeah, it was a good one to end on for the tournament for me.
Now you got one more game to go, obviously the final. But how's this experience been for you?
It's been unbelievable. Just sharing a clubhouse with all these guys for 2 weeks. Obviously, I want to go out there and win, and I want to win the tournament. But coming in, it's like I don't want this to be the last game, because I want to be around these guys a little bit longer. So I'm super glad that this isn't the last game, and that we get to spend a couple more days together, because it's just an unbelievable group of guys.
Awesome, Paul, man. Congratulations, man. Congrats. You were fun to watch, as you always are. Go celebrate with your team, okay?
Yeah, brother.
The great Paul Skenes with us here on MLB Network. John Paul Morosi catching up right now with Gunnar Henderson. JP.
Matt, thank you very much. Gunnar, I did not think this was going to be a 2-1 game. What does it say about your team that you could win a game like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's that was a heck of a game. First of all, credit to them; they're an awesome team. But yeah, just the way we were preparing, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a good game. But have faith in the boys, and yeah, we came out on top.
You're amazing at bat against Severino. What was the key in getting to that cutter on the ninth pitch?
Yeah, a lot of them were just spinning, so it was almost like a four-seam fastball, and then he left one a little bit lower, and I was able to get the barrel to it.
Right before your homer, Aaron Judge made that amazing throw. How did that change the momentum for your team?
Yeah, I mean, that was just a rocket of a throw there. Yeah, I mean, he's unbelievable for a reason, and he can do it on both sides of the plate, or the field. But yeah, he got the boys fired up right there, and then me and Rome were able to get the two homers, so that was pretty cool.
And finally, Gunnar, what were your emotions like watching Mason Miller work in the ninth inning?
It's more fun playing with him on this side, like when you're on defense. But yeah, I mean, that's just nails from him. He's unreal, and one of the best in the game for the reason.
Gunnar, congratulations. We'll see you on Tuesday.
Sounds good. See ya.